What is good, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the Malaga Drive Hoops YouTube channel. Before we get into the video itself, if you guys could just take 1 second of your time to both like this video and subscribe to the channel, it really does help us grow and would be very much appreciated. Now, as for the video itself, you guys can probably tell it's going to be on Amen Thompson, the guard on the Houston Rockets out of OTE. One of my favorite players from this most recent class. The numbers didn't really pop out too crazy in his rookie year, but again, he started the year a little bit slow and then kind of worked his way in middle to towards the end of the year. Now, this kid is just a freak athlete. In a league full of freak athletes, he's probably up there in the top 1%. Great finisher with both hands, great functional strength, just insane athleticism. Haven't really seen a guy be able to get up off the floor as quickly as he does since Zion Williamson. Great rebounder for his size, sees the floor really well. There's just a ton to love about his game. And if this dude ever develops a full-on fluid jump shot, he's going to be special. So without further ado, guys, let's waste no more time. Let's get into Amen Thompson's game and what I think makes him special. All right, so we're just going to start off with a bang. We talked about it already, but Amen Thompson is just a freak athlete, like a legitimately freak athlete. And that's not enough in most cases to be an all-star, and that's not all he has. But that's the baseline of where it starts and what makes him so promising to me. And so we've got to talk about it, and we might as well do it right off the bat. Look at this. He takes off from here. How nice must it be to just be able to be like, all right, I'm taking off from here. I know it's Jet Howard. He's not a rim protector. But it's like, I'm taking off from here, and there is legitimately nothing you can do about it. All right, now we're in D.C. in semi-transition where Amen Thompson thrives. Jordan Poole picks up the ball, right to left cross to get downhill. And this is the point in which a lot of point guards, they got to finish with touch. And they could still score here, for sure. Corey Kispert, not a rim protector, I get it. But he's still in decent position to affect the shot. Jordan Poole is there, too, as well. And Amen Thompson, look how he just finishes with physicality at the rim. I love that about him. He's able to finish things at the rim that a lot of guards can't because of the athleticism. I also love how concise this is. This is just a simple right to left cross, get downhill, and go use your strengths. All right, now we're out in Atlanta. Jabari Smith Jr. is going to pick up his dribble, doesn't know what to do with it, gives it to Amen, who decisively turns the corner here. And then I want you guys to notice, it's subtle, but Onyeka has his hand fully on Amen's back, pushing him slightly, which is going to take his momentum towards the right and away from the basket. Bro, look at him get up and just yop that. He makes that look normal and easy. It is just not. Most guards at that point, when the hand comes on, they're going to flail, act like they got pushed super hard, and try and draw a foul or float it over the top. Amen can just go up and punch that. That is just straight ridiculous. All right, now we're in Orlando. He's going to come tight off this screen and really set up Anthony Black, so he's now downhill with the big. Takes his last dribble there. Goga Batadze is a 7-footer in decent position. Jet Howard's right there, can kind of stab at the ball. He may go lay this up, but there's no fucking way he's going to go flush this, right? Like, there's just no way. Nope. He takes one more stride, gets up, flushes it over the big. And I show this because Amen's such a creative problem solver when he's getting downhill in terms of finding angles and ways to finish. But the fact that he has this ability to just get up and punch it in a ton of situations just opens things up for him as a finisher. And here he's actually going to set a pick and roll to the basket. Look how quick he gets up off the floor, off the catch to go yam it on one of the better rim protectors in the league in Jared Allen. And I know it's a little off topic, but that's what I love about Amen. He's a guard, but he didn't even really get to play point guard for that much of the year. But it didn't matter because his athleticism plays out of so many different spots. He can roll, he can cut. Like, he just found ways to get on the floor because of his athleticism. This isn't the craziest dunk, but watch this. Yup, see ya, DeJounte Murray. Like, again, not the craziest dunk, but I had to put it in here. He's great getting the rebound and just getting out and going. Look at him, just concise, in and out. Goodbye, DeJounte. Trey's there too. Doesn't matter. So all these clips so far have been Amen finishing at the rim via a dunk, but he's also really good at finishing at the rim with layups, and he actually finished in the 80th percentile in Basketball Index's rim finishing trait, which is really, really good for a rookie, let alone a rookie guard. And again, a lot of times, Amen, because he doesn't have the most reliable jumper, he finds players really sagging off of him, and that can disrupt spacing, and it really gives him tight angles in which to attack. But he does a really good job of creatively on the fly using his long strides and his Euro step to step around guys, to step through guys, to navigate really, really tight spaces to get up and then create an angle for him to finish. On top of, again, the athleticism plays into it too, because once he creates the tight angles and gets through it, a lot of times it still needs athleticism to hang in the air and finish the play. But he does that, and it's a really cool combination, as well as him being really functionally strong as well. So let's get into some of these clips. For example, take this. Bruce Brown's on him, and look how far off he is. This already makes the drive tougher. Now he gets downhill. This is where he picks up the ball. He has 3 defenders around him. It doesn't really look like a clean angle, but watch him Euro around Bruce Brown, squeeze himself into this gap, and then finish with the left through those guys. That's extremely tough. All right, here we go again. Look how deep Grady Dick is, how sagged off he is. Amen's still going to try and get downhill, and we'll pause it here. Look, there's no fucking room for Amen to get through there. Grady's right there, and Scotty is right there, but I want you to look at this elongated stride that creates space. And then after the elongated stride, right, like some people may be able to do that, but then they have no more explosiveness off that last step to get up. He still does and is able to finish through a very long Scotty Barnes. All right, now he's going to snatch this ball off the inbound. He's a great defender, which we haven't even talked about. But now he's getting downhill, and the defense is kind of there. And watch this, that long step. There it is again, that elongated stride to now create an angle. And even though this now creates an angle and gets Royce out of the picture, he still has to have the athleticism and finishing ability to go finish on Nick Claxton, another one of the best rim protectors in the league. It's just a ridiculous blend of body control and athleticism that gives him a ridiculously high ceiling as a finisher. All right, this isn't the same style of play, but it's sick. So watch this. Reject the ball screen with behind the back. Now he's downhill, and watch this. Boop! Ball fake. Watch Rashawn Holmes when we run it back. Rashawn Holmes has no idea where the ball is, and this is what I mean. Like, he's just a good basketball player. He reads and processes the game, and then you combine that with the athleticism. We got something special brewing. All right, and to tie it all together, Amen is very functionally strong for his size. He's only going to get stronger, right? He was 18 last year. Watch this. Downhill drive, CJ sag, bump, get off me, step through, easy finish. I can get up to the rim before J-Val can, right? Like, this is a rookie, an 18-year-old rookie. I know CJ's not the strongest, but look at this. Bump, get off me. And Amen retains his balance after the bump. Here's another one. Transition, getting downhill late in the game. Watch this bump from Daniel House. Bump, doesn't matter. 2 steps. I still got my balance. And look at that lefty finish. He's so creative, too, with the angles. Lefty finish off the glass. Gets it quick. Still is able to regain the balance. That's tougher than it looks. Here's another one. He's going to get a ball screen against Indiana. Watch this push cross to get downhill on Jalen Smith. And then right here, bump. That's a 7-footer. A lot of times you make contact with a 7-footer, you're going to get pushed off your path, especially as a guard, a rookie guard. And Amen doesn't care. Push, keeps his balance, easy lefty lay at the rim. And get this, guys, like Amen is only going to get stronger. All right, the next aspect of his game that I want to talk about is the offensive rebounding, because Amen Thompson is a ridiculous offensive rebounder, finishing the 86th percentile in the whole NBA as a rookie guard in offensive rebounds per 75 possessions. And again, what I love about it is not just the offensive rebounding in a vacuum, but the fact that, okay, I'm 18 years old on a team that wants to win, that has an established point guard who's literally been an all-star before. How do I find a way to get on the floor? All right, you need me to offensive rebound? Fuck it. I'll go do it. And Amen just gobbled up offensive rebounds all year long, found a way to get his team extra possessions. And how does he do it? I mean, you guys see it, right? But with extreme athleticism. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I really can't remember a guy who gets off the floor quicker than Amen Thompson. Really, and no one comes to mind besides Zion Williamson. And it's one thing to go get the offensive rebounds, right? That's amazing in itself. But he gets them and then just gets so quick back off the floor that he's able to go put them in and convert them for 2 points. So let's get into some of these in more detail. All right, now he's got Kyle Anderson guarding him on ball. Again, look at the space in which he's giving him, and Amen still finds a way to get downhill behind the back. Rudy's waiting for him. Ridiculous that he even finds an angle, but look at this. Before the ball is even at the height of the net again, Amen is up off the floor, gets to the ball before Rudy and Kyle can do anything, and it's a layup, and it's actually an and one as well. Ridiculous. All right, here we got him crashing the glass on a Cam Whitmore three. And look at that. Delano Banton is fighting for his life, doing everything he can to keep Amen off the boards. Duop Reese, a legit 7-footer in there, a couple bounces. Give me that. Gets up, snatches it. Ref misses the foul too, gets it quick off the glass. But look at that. That's a legit guard, a rookie guard in there with 2-3 guys bigger than him, doing everything they can to keep him off the glass, and he steals his team 2 points. Now we're in Utah. He's going to get downhill. Again, doesn't make the layup, but still a really good attempt at finding an angle. Look how quick he gets back up off the glass. And again, he can pump. Everyone's there. They know he's going to eventually shoot it, but he does a great job pumping, and then he gets off the ground so quick. That's a huge basket at that point in the game. All right, Jalen Green driving to the basket. He's going to miss this layup, and then again, we'll pause it. 1, 2, 3. Taylor Hendricks is in there as well. 3 Jazz players, 1 Amen Thompson. It's not like the ball falls perfectly to him. He just goes up and grabs it, wants it more. And again, he gets off the ground quick to get the and one and finish the layup. This Pacers game was ridiculous. I feel like he had like 7 offensive rebounds in this game. It was honestly probably like 5 or 6. But he had so many crucial offensive rebounds. Look, he's just crashing the glass, gets up so quick, slams that one home. Cam Whitmore drives. Look at him. Swim off TJ, go up and get it. Ball's bouncing around, and he gets up so quick. Like, bro, we're just going to run this one back as an example, but as Cam goes and drives, again, he's battling with multiple Pacers. He goes up and gets it. And then right here, at this point, so many people, when they go back up, they can't get back up quickly enough. The defense knows what's happening, and it's just getting blocked, but not with Amen. Again, here, Trey, that's light. Jalen Johnson is right there. He jumps with him. Jalen Johnson is an elite athlete, but it doesn't matter because Amen gets up so quick. Now, again, that translates to cuts off the ball as well, and we've talked about it. He just found ways to be useful, to use his athleticism. And so, yeah, I'm a point guard at heart, but on this team, my team needs me to cut, and when I catch it at the rim, I have an ability to just get up off the floor quicker than any big or wing can, like right here in the dunker spot now. Just got really, really creative with ways to be used. Now, let's get into his passing because he sees the floor very, very well. And we talked about it, right? He didn't get to really play all that much of the typical point guard role because of Fred VanVleet, but he did a really good job passing as a connective passer, just making simple and right reads, getting out and pushing in transition and semi-transition off of rebounds, really manipulative with his eyes. And that is probably a lot of the role he's going to have to play for the next year, maybe 2. But to me, you guys know I love passers. I love high-end processors. And that's generally how you get the most out of your skills. And so you take Amen Thompson, who already has amazing physical gifts, and then you add in the fact that he's also a lightning quick processor and a great passer. And that is why I feel like we've got something really, really special brewing with him because I think he's going to get the most out of all the ability that he has given his IQ. So let's get into some of these passes in more detail. All right, so Amen is a really high-level manipulator for his age, and he's just able to create open shots, good looks, and passing angles for his teammates just based off of the fact that he's a really smart basketball player. So let's get an example. They run a pick and roll with Alperen Sengun. Jackson Hayes is showing on the ball. He's got, I don't actually know who that is, trailing. But it's clear Jackson Hayes has to step up to stop the ball, and now Alperen Sengun is free to roll to the rim. In the bottom right, I believe that's Jalen Hood-Schifino, and he has a choice. He has a choice between, hey, do I go with the roller, Alperen Sengun, or do I go out to the shooter? Watch what Amen does. He actually uses his eyes to get Jalen Hood-Schifino out onto Cam Whitmore on the perimeter. That frees Alperen Sengun on the roll, and then he just hits Alpi for an easy layup. Run it back full speed. I know Jalen Hood-Schifino is a rookie and a young player, but that's still really good stuff and good manipulation for Amen to buy his teammate a bucket. All right, here's another one. He's going to run a pick and roll with Boban Marjanovic. He's going to come set the screen on Malachi Branham, and I want you guys to notice right about here, he knows Boban is going to roll to the rim. There's backside help, right? But again, I want you to look at where he's looking, and both those defenders in unison, Sohan and Seti Osman, watch how they move out because Amen is looking out to the shooter. He even gives a little pump fake, and that sends both of them out, and now Boban has an easy dunk at the rim. Again, This is I said it wrong earlier. He's not 18. He's 20, now 21. But this is just high level stuff from a really young player. And he had plenty of these, but we can't, the video is already super long. So we'll do the last one right here. Stop it right here. It's hard to tell, but he's staring straight at Jeff Green. He knows Cam Whitmore is there. But he knows if he looks at Whitmore, Jakob's going to sag even deeper and the angle will be gone. Instead, he stares all the way out. Jakob has no idea Cam's cutting him behind. Cam cuts him behind, and he feeds him for an easy dunk. That's not there if he's staring at Cam Whitmore or giving anything away. Again, big-time stuff. He also had some really nice hit-ahead stuff. Again, he's going to grab rebounds. So this is one of the ways that he creates assists. Grabs the rebound, looks up, hits Jock Londa a little bit behind him, but still, the read is there. And one thing I love about hit-aheads is you've got to know where everyone is, and it's got to be pretty quick. Because if you see, like this one, if you see that hit-ahead a little too late, Jet Howard is now back, and that becomes a turnover. Because you see it, he's open when you see it, but by the time you get the pass to him, it's gone. You've got to recognize it instantly, and that way the ball is going to get to him in time. Here are a couple more just lightning quick reads. Again, processes the game at such a high level. Jock cuts immediately. All right, I know. Let me slide this in. Watch this. He catches this from Jalen Green. No wasted time. Immediately the ball's on a dime to Jock Londale. He just sees things before they happen. Here we go again. Amen has the ball. Kind of dead in the corner. Nothing really there. Jakob Poeltl could do a better job getting his hands up, but look at this. Cam Whitmore's going to cut, and look at this absolute laser to Cam Whitmore to get him the ball in before any defender can get to him. That's another dime. This is the most Amen Thompson play of all time. Jalen Green's going to take and miss a tough midi. Look at Amen in there grinding on the board, snatches it, give me that. And look at this, behind the head, whoop, drops it off to Alperen Sengun. Josh Hart has no idea it's coming. And again, you see a little bit of everything here, right? The athleticism, but then the processing, just knowing where everyone is on the floor at all times. Great find. Now, Amen probably shouldn't make a habit of this, but I think it combines everything we've talked about well. He oftentimes drives and gets caught up in the air, and for many players, they're screwed. But with Amen, he makes a ridiculous pass. This is one of the crazier passes he makes, fading out of bounds, finds Cam Whitmore, and I think it's a perfect example of his intersection of athleticism and pure passing and processing ability. It's a beautiful example of, yes, he's young, and he might make some mistakes, but he just does things you can't teach. All right, and the last thing that we got to talk about is the defense. I'm just going to let the clips roll. Don't feel like there's really any extra analysis that needs to be had. He's just a wrecking ball menace on that side of the floor. Just makes shit happen, makes events happen, and we talked about it, right? Fred VanVleet's here. How do I get on the floor? All right, let me be just a menace on this side of the ball. 98th percentile in steals per 75 possessions, 95th percentile in deflections per 75 possessions. Good on ball, good off ball. Low key, a pretty good weak side rim protector. Obviously, he's a guard. He's not going to be up there with bigs. But given that he's a guard, really can come over and affect shots at the rim as well. And just made so many things happen. His processing on the offensive side of the ball, it transfers over to the defensive side of the ball as well in terms of seeing things before they happen, being in the right spots, getting into passing lanes. And it's just another piece of the puzzle in terms of why I love Amen Thompson. Now, the last thing is the shooting, right? We'll talk about it briefly. It's not fluid. It's not consistent. To be quite honest, it's not good. But at least it's not like Ben Simmons level, right? Like he at least tries to take these shots and can make them, not at a very high rate, but he can make them. But it's clear he's worked on it, right? It's not the prettiest jumper. It's not something that comes super natural to him, but it's clear he's worked on it. And again, I know I misspoke earlier. He's 21. He's 21. He's still super young, and I think there's a baseline there that you're at least comfortable with in terms of like, okay, can he be a decent spot-up shooter? Can he get to his pull-up midi in the mid-range and make things happen there? But anyways, that'll do it, guys. I love you. Thank you for tuning in to this video. If you made it this far, you are a real one with pretty damn good attention span. And I hope you have a greater appreciation for Amen Thompson's game. We'll be back. It's the summer, so we should be able to get into more of a rhythm. I love you guys. I'll see you next video. Peace.